phrases. Today, we're going to go over a topic that I don't think really has been touched on specifically. In this walk, our mindset should be attempting to embody the scriptures, Titus 2, verses 3 through 5. That's our foundation for today's class. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. What we want to take out of that is the very beginning of verse 4, which says that they being the aged women, that they may teach the young women to be sober. What does it mean to be sober? Because he already touched on not given too much wine, this particular definition of sober must mean something else. So let's take a look at the actual definition and meaning of the word sober. So the other definition of sober is to be serious, sensible, and solemn. The biblical definition of sober is to be disciplined, controlled, and of a sound mind. A spiritually sober sister is in control of her thoughts, emotions, and her actions. Deuteronomy chapter 6. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 6, and let's read verses 1 and 2. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. So, staying sober isn't easy. Keeping the commandments and staying on that straight and narrow path. The flesh is weak, right? You can't defeat your demons if you're still enjoying their company. Matthew 5 and 30. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. This is not something that anybody can specifically help you with. The scriptures tell us to examine our own self. Ephesians chapter 5, and let's read 15 through 18. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding that the will of the Lord is. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. To be circumspect means to be careful to consider all circumstances and consequences. If I indulge in this sin, I'm not going to make the kingdom. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So sound and disciplined minds is what is needed in order to navigate life, this repentant, righteous life. So sobriety tip number 1, remember your why. You want to visualize the results of actually making the kingdom. 2, keep track of your accomplishments. This is something to focus on, the good things you have done and for your own self-examination. So the third sobriety tip, you got to surround yourself with the right people. Are those spirits going to check you when you need to be checked? And then the fourth sobriety tip is to what? Spa.
Oh, but first behold in your